The teacher view is just a understanding of the research area or the research field. For example, you are the new researchers. You are a new researcher. Just you want to start your master or PhD, or maybe you are undergraduate students. Just you have to understand about the specific field what is going on. You just can have the comparative analysis. You develop a summary. Just you can discuss on a select a specific topic. Then you can prepare a tables. Can have the comparative analysis. So you just can interpret the different studies. So with the help of this one, you can get some knowledge, and then you can also identify what is going on in the specific field. And based on that, you also can understand about your So, for example, here you can see here. You see, this one is just the 1025 articles. This is the one of the library, for example. So what you can do, you can upload all of your article in the EndNote. And here you can also, you have the groups. You can classify your article in different groups. So once you save your data, you download from the different database in the folders, for example. And you can upload this folder. You can go to the file. This is the file here. From the file, you can go to the folder. And from the folder, you can upload all of the articles. So this, when you're going to upload, you can also segregate into different groups. For example, you want to separate the view article. If you want to separate the technical article, you can also separate here in different groups. If you don't want to separate, just you can cite together, and here you will see years. It will can segregate based on the years. So once you have this information, what you can do, you see here, once you go through the EndNote, and from the folder you are going to upload, you will get here the PDF file. PDF file you will get here. Sometime I get information, some students, when they are going to download their data, they just can cite from their website to EndNote. If you can directly cite from the website to EndNote, you cannot get this PDF file. Once you have this no PDF file, difficult to trace back that article. So important is you can go through the folder, and from the folder you can upload into EndNote. Because if maybe we need another additional time, if you can have how to use EndNote, because EndNote is a complicated, not so simple game. But if you understand EndNote is very important. So for example, when you have this paper, so you can click this button to open the paper. Once you click this button, it will open this paper as a PDF file. So once this open this file, you can read, you can trace back, you can highlight, you can do anything, you can trace back your data. And after that, you just can close. When you can close, go to the new article. So means you can read all the paper here one by one. So you see he's in from here, you can easily see the title of the papers. Very easily you can trace back, and you can just go down, and then you can read 1000 paper, maybe in 1 hour or 2 hours or 1 day. So if you have in different folders, very difficult to read. So firstly, you just can read and then understand what papers are important for you that are related to your area. Because when you are going to download, maybe some papers are not relevant to you. So then very difficult to segregate the data. So once you know, for example, you want to cite this paper, I want to cite this paper in my review article, just can click this button. So once you click this button, it will automatically cite you to your paper. So once it's cited, for example, this citation is number 1. For example, once I cited, this is the number 1. So when I click here, number 1, if one to trace back this paper number 1, it is among 1025. When I click this paper, it will automatically open in EndNote. I can read again this paper. But if this paper is in your different folders, and if you want to trace back, and in this folder you have the 1000 paper, you already cited, you want to trace back from the folder, it is very difficult because you don't know which folder is this paper. So easiest is you go through the EndNote, and then from the EndNote you read and cite both together. So then you can also select your style from the EndNote. You see here you have a lot of the tools here. You can format the EndNote style of according to journals. You have the tools here. You can you can edit references. You can have the different tools. You can go through, and there's a lot of information available here. Sometime when you upload this, for example, paper, this paper have no years, and just here is the cross correct empty. And when you are going to cite this paper is already outdated and you did not update. What you can show, you just can click here on any title, just right click here. Once you will right click, for example, if I can right click here, so it will give you the information update. So once you will update, because this is just this slide, if you go to the actual, so when you select into update, it will update that reference, and once update, you will see automatically you will get here in the reference review here, or in the review, you will see there automatically give you the years, author's name, and every missing information. So now once you have already uploaded your data in EndNote, you are ready to write your review article. Before that, make sure you have decided what data is relevant to you. No need to read each and every article. Firstly, just you can read the most important article related to your topic. Not every paper you start reading and reading. So when you are going to this one, this will give you another chance to define or expand your search topic. Because when you already have the thousands of articles already downloaded, for example, once you go through, you already decided your topic or you already decided your area. But once you are going to go through all the articles, maybe once again you have opportunity to refine your search topic, or you can modify your search topic. Maybe initially when you go to the literature, the topic was not very good, or you want to change that topic, or you can say your topic is not very hot, you can go through the other topic. You just can see what is going on in the latest research articles, and you can refine again your research topic. Once you have ready to write review article, before that, read recent published at least 5 review articles. Read them carefully, and then you understand actually. You can understand actually how to write a review article when reading the review article. You can read, and then you understand what should be inside the review article, what should be the title, abstract, introduction, and all the sections of the review article. At the same time, it will help you to improve your knowledge, because knowledge is important when you are writing review article. Basic knowledge, this is not the expert knowledge. The basic knowledge means you just have the understanding about the specific terminologies, specific methodologies, or the specific of your area. Means if you just can start writing review article, it's quite difficult. You must have the knowledge, enough knowledge about your area. Means you are not the expert, but you have the knowledge. When you are writing a review article, starting from the title. Sometimes the professors, they said you can define your title at the end. But my experience is title is very important. You can start with the title, and later on you can refine your title. You can refine, you can modify your title based on the latest developments of your literature review. If you complete your review article and you give future directions that are very reliable, very good, and also based on the challenges or based on your systematic review, that research gap is your hypothesis, and finally it becomes the objectives of your work. Means if you are successful to define objectives at the end of your review article, you finally decided your research methodology and everything. Yes, if you are not going to create new figures and you just are going to modify or you reproduce that figure, you must have to cite their papers. So one is the total overall plagiarism of your paper. So other is the specific regarding the specific paper. For example, if you have the overall plagiarism is 20% and the specific is one of the article is 10%, then less than 10%, you have to make sure single article or single paper citation is less than 1%. For example, here they did not have any comments. So you just can, for example, this is the different methods. You just can key in the value. Then while you are reading that paper, and then you can cite here that paper. I mean, you can just cite here. So means when you are going to construct a table did not have any plagiarism. Even if, for example, if you want to duplicate this table, the same table number 2, what you can do, you can go to the original reference 49. When you go to the 49, you can see what is the 49. You can get information from the 49. Information should be the same. Means you will get the same information. So when you are going to construct a table, this pattern should be different. Not you can 100% going to duplicate the column. Maybe your column format is different. And at the same time, when you are going to use the table reference 49, of course, when you are going to cite, this will be maybe different. Maybe this one is reference number 10. You means you are going to cite the new reference, and you have no need to duplicate all the reference like this sequence. Maybe you can add new information here, other papers also. Acceptance is depend on the type of the journals. Writing review paper 3 to 6 months. You have to write, because if you are delayed, then the 6 months, it means you have to improve your performance. And the time of the acceptance is depend on the journals. For example, some journals they are very fast. Once you submitted your paper to a journals, most probably they take 20 to 30 days. Means they have normal journals, they take 20 to 30 days to give you the revision. And after that, you can get maybe 1 month to revise. And once again, it will go under review, maybe around 15 days. So means after you submit your paper, to get acceptance, it will take around 2 to 3 months, so that you can get the acceptance letter. Around 2 to 3 months from the first date of submission.